Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serene and I am a mom to a toddler girl. And as a mom who is also working from home as well as out of the house and being a full-time mom, I am always on edge trying to make sure I am keeping eyes on my daughter at all time, especially now that she's a little bit more independent. I want to make sure that I foster that independence while also making sure she's safe and not getting into anything that might be too dangerous. This is where MomCozy Baby Monitor comes in. I wanted to test it out and see how easy it was to not only set up but use, and what makes the difference between MomCozy and some of the other baby monitors I have tested over the last 2.5 years. Starting off, what I love about MomCozy Baby Monitor is when we get it out of the box, you are going to have everything you need to get started. That includes the camera, the wall mount, the baby monitor, as well as 2 cords and 2 adapters, and even the screws and drywall mounts. I was very impressed that it came with all of these pieces, because oftentimes when I purchase something that needs to be mounted to the wall, if I choose to mount it to the wall, I have to go then and purchase more screws or the drywall mount little plastic things that go in there. And more specifically, I love that it came with the wall plug adapters. I know that USB is the universal way of charging things as well as plugging things in these days, but oftentimes they don't come with the actual adapters to plug into the wall, which can be very frustrating when we are having so many different electronics that we need to charge or plug in. So I really appreciate that it comes with everything you need to get started. And even more impressive was how quickly the installation and setup was. I have tried quite a few baby monitors in the last 2.5 years, and one of the things that really impressed me right out of the box was how easy it was to set up immediately. The second you plug in the camera and start charging the baby monitor, it immediately pairs itself together. There's no syncing, there's no apps, there's no waiting to download an app and then waiting for things to pair. It's automatically paired, which is such a huge lifesaver. I don't know, if you're a new mom, if you're about to have a baby, you know that all the setup, all the nesting, it can get overwhelming. As exciting as it is to get all of these things to protect your child and to make your life easier, oftentimes it comes to be a very big headache, especially with everything being on apps and Wi-Fi these days. That brings me to my next point. I love that this camera is not using Wi-Fi. This prevents it from ever being hacked. I know there's a big issue with security and firewalls with some of the other monitors that uses Wi-Fi to connect to your phone and your apps. And while there are benefits to those, and I have used those in the past and will continue to use different versions of them, I prefer to keep my child's room as hack-free as possible, which is why MomCozy Baby Video Monitor is the right choice if that's an issue that you are worried about. There's no Wi-Fi connection. Everything is closed circuit, so the camera connects to the baby monitor and that's it. You can connect up to 4 different cameras, so you can put multiple cameras in a room. You can also have multiple cameras throughout your house, anywhere that your child might be or your baby might be, especially if you have a caregiver. Once you choose where you want to place the camera, you're plugged in and good to go. What I did was I chose a spot that could give me a 360 view of her room. Because she's a toddler now and she sleeps in a big girl bed, as well as she plays around in her room when she wakes up, or sometimes even when she should be in bed, she's playing around in her room before she winds down. I want to be able to get a full scope of her room, so I have the camera placed where I can see her bed. I will be able to tell if she's in her bed, if she's sleeping, if she's not sleeping, and as well as where she is in her room, if she's reading a book or playing with her toys. The camera also has a 2-way speaker, so I can speak to her and she can speak back to me. Now, the best part about this is that there's also a sensor on the camera, so if she were to make a noise, depending on the sensitivity that I set the mic to, it will pick up and light up my video monitor, or let me know if it's been asleep. It'll start to light up and let me know that there's noise happening. So usually when she wakes up, she calls for me, and if I don't hear it right away, the baby monitor is going to pick it up and let me know that she's awake, especially if I'm a little bit further away from her room in the home. The battery life is one of the best I have ever experienced. Our first baby monitor was a closed circuit, non-Wi-Fi baby monitor, and that battery constantly was dying. I'm telling you, it died like every hour, and we had to keep it plugged in. There was no reason to ever unplug it because it would die that quickly, which made it really inconvenient. So with the MomCozy one, what I do is I actually just plug it in when I go to sleep at night, just so that I know I have it ready, fully charged for the entire day. And we've gone the full day plus multiple days, because I forgot to charge it, without any issues on battery life, which is really important to me. I don't want to have to keep stressing about it, but it is very easy for me to just plug it in at night when I go to sleep and have it next to my bed. It has a very convenient stand that pulls out but also folds in, so I can stick it in my pocket, set it up so that I can watch her while I'm at my desk, or if I'm in the kitchen doing dishes or baking. The screen is also super large and convenient and clear. It's a 5-inch display, much larger than a lot of the ones I've had in the past. I love how easy it is to navigate and use. I can also switch where the angle of the camera is. So if I see that she's not in bed and I want to look a little bit closer to where her books are, change the camera. And that's what's so cool about this camera too, is that I can adjust where the lens is pointing, so I get a full 360 view of her bedroom. I love that it's very easy to speak to her. I just press this little mic and then I can speak back to her, and then anytime she wants to talk to me, she can talk to me. I love how convenient everything is and all of the display. You have the display where her temperature of her room is there, the date, the time, as well as the battery life on the display. And for me, it does matter what the camera and the monitor looks like, because I don't want it to be a total eyesore. So for me, the sleek design is a big selling point, specifically the sleek monitor. If I'm going to be bringing it around the house and leaving it on my desk or leaving it on the kitchen counter, I want it to look aesthetically pleasing, and to me it is. So that was a big selling point. I also really love that it is completely hack-free for the more sensitive areas of your home, or if that is a big concern with you guys. You can also set the timer on your monitor for when the screen is going to go to sleep. There's a couple different options there. Everything is customizable in the settings, from the sensitivity of the mic to the sleep function to even having lullabies play to help your child fall asleep. In the last 2.5 years, I have tested out 4 different baby monitors, and this I wish I had known about when I first was pregnant. I wish we purchased this for her first year of life. It would have been way more convenient, especially since we were moving the camera around quite frequently, because we went from a bassinet to being in our room to being in her own room, and then we put her in her crib. I am grateful that I have discovered it now, because I am definitely going to recommend it to new moms in my life, or moms who are pregnant for the second time around and just know a little bit more. I think it can be overwhelming when you're looking for baby monitors. The technology is constantly innovating and improving, but oftentimes, sometimes that technology is very faulty, and it can be very frustrating those first few months, if not years, as a mom with a young baby, a newborn or a young child, trying to deal with buffering, with technology not working the way it should, and also worrying about the options of somebody hacking into your network and being able to not only watch your child, but speak to them. That has been happening more and more often. So if you're looking for a baby monitor and you're a first-time mom, or a mom soon to be a newborn mom again, I definitely recommend checking out MomCozy for the security and the peace of mind and the quality of this monitor. I love how easy it is to navigate. I didn't really even have to look at the manual. I skimmed it briefly, but it was really user-friendly, especially that setup. I could not tell you how challenging that setup was when I had other monitors, especially at like 30 weeks pregnant about to pop, trying to get everything together. Any little thing that doesn't go right can be so stressful. And then when the baby's here and you're in that survival newborn mode, the last thing you want to be doing is trying to fight with your baby monitor. You just want to be able to keep eyes on them and have peace of mind. And I definitely think MomCozy is worth a look if you're in the market for a new baby monitor or a first-time baby monitor. If you have any questions about the MomCozy specifically, I'm still using it. Make sure to leave them in the comments and I am happy to help you out with any answers. And if you are interested in shopping it, I will have the link in the description box for you to check out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're curious about other baby products, definitely check out my channel. And if you like mommy content from a mom's perspective, make sure you subscribe. Bye!